Hey everybody, InsuranceNick here, and today is another day in history where we thank our veterans for Veterans Day, a national holiday. And obviously we also tell those that are serving heartfelt God bless, and again, thank you for everything that you do and the selfless sacrifice you give to us Americans. So, the history of Veterans Day. World War I, known at the time as the Great War, officially ended when the Treaty of Versailles, France, was signed on June 28th of 1919. In the Palace of Versailles outside the town of Versailles, France, however, fighting ceased 7 months earlier when armistice, or temporary cessation of hostiles between the Allied nations of Germany, went into effect on the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month. For that reason, November 11th of 1918 is generally regarded as the end of the war to end all wars. So in November of 1919, President Wilson proclaimed November 11th as the commemoration of Armistice Day, with the following words: "To us in America, the reflections of Armistice Day will be filled with solemn pride in the heroism of those who died in the country's service, and with gratitude for the victory, both because of the things from which it has freed us and because of the opportunity it has given America to show her sympathy with peace and justice in the Council of the Nations." The original concept for this celebration was a day observance with parades and public meetings and a brief suppression of business beginning at 11 a.m. We don't do that anymore, do we? Times have changed. The United States Congress officially recognized the end of World War I when it passed a concurrent resolution on June 4th of 1926. An act that was approved May of 1938 made the 11th day of November of each year a legal holiday, a day to be dedicated to the cause of world peace and to be therefore celebrated and known as Armistice Day. It was primarily a day set aside to honor veterans of World War I, but in 1954, after World War II had required the greatest mobilization of soldiers, sailors, Marines, and airmen in the nation's history, after armed American forces had fought aggression in Korea, the 83rd Congress, at the urging of the Veterans Service Organization, amended the Act of 38 by striking out the words armistice and inserting in its place the words veterans. With the approval of this legalization on June 1st of 54, November 11th became the day to honor American veterans of all wars. Later that same year, October 8th, President Eisenhower issued the first Veterans Day proclamation, which stated, "In order to ensue proper and widespread observance of this anniversary, all veterans organizations, and the entire citizenry will wish to join hands in the common purpose towards the end. I'm designated the Administration of Veterans Affairs as Chairman of the Veterans Day National Committee, which shall include such other persons as the chairman may select, at which will coordinate the national level necessary planning for the observance. I'm also requiring the heads of all departments and agencies of the executive branch of government to assist this national committee in every way possible." The Uniform Holiday Bill was signed on June 28th of 68 and was intended to ensue 3 days weekends for federal employees by celebrating 4 holidays on Mondays: Washington's birthday, Memorial Day, Veterans Day, and Columbus Day. It was thought that these extended weekdays would encourage travel, recreation, and cultural activities and stimulate general industrial and commercial production. Many states did not agree with this decision and continue to celebrate the holidays on their own dates or their original dates. The first Veterans Day under the new law was observed with much confusion on October 25th in 71. It was quite apparent that the commemoration of this day was a matter of historic and patriotic significance to a great number of us citizens. And so, on September 20th of 75, President Ford signed the public law that returned the original observance of Veterans Day back to November 11th, beginning in 78. This action supported the desire of overwhelming majority of state legislature, all major veteran service organizations and the American people. So Veterans Day continues to be observed on November 11th, regardless of what day of the week it falls on. The restoration of the observance of Veterans Day to November 11th not only preserves the historic significance of the date, but helps focus attention on the important purpose of Veterans Day, a celebration to honor American veterans for their patriotism, love of country, and their willingness to serve and sacrifice for the common good. So, on behalf of a small family that's in Southeast Michigan and my extended family that may be throughout the world, on behalf of, well, us, we thank you, the veterans that have served and sacrificed for this great nation. If we took a little bit of time in today's society and maybe learned a little bit of our history, maybe we wouldn't have some of the protests that we have now. Who knows? But on behalf of us, I want to say thank you. God bless you and your family. And for those that are serving right now, we also say God bless. Take care, be careful, and much love from a small American family in Southeast Michigan. Bye.